I built a personal brand over the last few years that have been featured on publications like TEDx, NBC, ABC, Fox, and of course has also made me multi six figures in my 20s. And I was a nobody, a small town girl from Iowa who honestly just had big dreams of building a personal brand, creating a lot of content, impacting a lot of people, and then of course making my own money. So in today's video, I want to break down and go through if I basically had to start with a clean slate, start from scratch. This is exactly what I would do to build a personal brand this year and also monetize it to make six figures. And I know you clicked on this video because you want to build a personal brand. It is your time. You're ready. You want to be a content creator. So that way you can honestly just share your experiences, share your stories, impact thousands of people around the world, make a lot of money, and truly have the freedom because you don't want to be working a 9-to-5 job and you know you're meant for so much more. Because I was the exact same way. The two main reasons why I built a personal brand was to help a lot of people and make my own money. So the one promise I will make to you is by the end of today's video, you are going to know exactly what to do to build a personal brand that people absolutely love and a brand that you can make money from every single day. So the first thing that I do if I was starting my personal brand from scratch is get really clear in what is most important to me and what I actually want to help people with. The thing about a personal brand is you are basically a self-expression on social media. You're sharing your own values, your beliefs. It can be topics, education, knowledge. But before you ever even go out and do that, you want to know what you're going to be known for, right? So you want to think about what is really important to you. What is maybe information, knowledge that you know a lot about that maybe you want to help other people with. So this can honestly be anything. Maybe you used to be a very shy, insecure little kid and now you are built, with confidence and courage and you basically went out there and created your dream life. Or maybe you're somebody who just transformed their body and you lost a lot of weight and now you're in the best shape of your life. Whatever that is for you, just think about what is really important to you, what you know information about, and this is going to help you basically build a brand of what you're really known for. And I always love to say this doesn't have to be anything revolutionary. Even when you look at personal brands like Alex Earl, she didn't necessarily do anything in her life, but what she really focuses on and talks about is mental health and how she cleared up her acne even though she still gets acne. So that is a touch point, a connection, because she is openly sharing about her struggles, her mental health, her acne. Therefore, other people in her audience connect with her on that one thing. So the first thing, once again, is I would think about, okay, what are the things that I'm passionate about, that I enjoy talking about, things that I know would help a lot of people, and get clear on what that looks like for you. Now, the second thing to building a personal brand that once again is going to be famous, known, that's going to make me a lot of money is posting content. So I would be posting at least 1 to 2 times a day on Instagram and on TikTok. And yes, I would do both. The reason why is because if you're posting on both platforms, you're getting double the amount of exposure. A personal brand isn't necessarily a personal brand if you don't have an audience and people don't know who you are. Now, the best part about this is when you're creating content on TikTok or on Instagram, you can literally repost the exact same thing. And that's what I do. If I record a video on my TikTok app, I'll just hit download and then I'll upload it on Instagram, put captions, put text, and then I'll upload it on Instagram and I'll get double the amount of exposure. And this is where you do not want to be afraid of the camera. You want to show your face. A personal brand is nothing without your voice, without your face, without your personality, without you really expressing who you are. So for me in the really beginning, before I ever even had a business, before I ever even had a brand, I made it a point to get into the habit of staying consistent when it comes to posting. So one thing I always tell my audience and my clients is commit to posting every single day at the exact same time. For me, it's at noon, it's during lunchtime, I'm always on my phone, so I always make a post. So find a time that works for you so that way you never never skip a day when it comes to posting content online. Number 3, we're getting into the strategy now. So when it comes to a personal brand, you want to create a freebie that is going to capture data and create and collect your own audience's information. Now, once again, eventually we want to monetize our personal brand, and we want to create a product that we can sell to our audience. So God forbid one day you wake up in the morning and your social media gets deleted, all of that hard work and effort of building an audience is basically gone overnight. However, when you have a freebie and when you're collecting people's name and email, you can always connect with them by sending them emails. So I love to do this by either creating like a PDF, this can be an ebook, this can even be templates or a guide or a video meditation, honestly, whatever it is that your niche and topic, your personal brand is about, create a freebie around it. So if we go with the previous example of your brand is all about building confidence and courage and self-love, you can create a freebie on maybe like the 10 affirmations to say every single morning in order to be in a state of confidence and abundance. That's like the perfect freebie that people would love to download if they're in your audience. And I personally love to use Canva for this to make it all pretty. I'll usually write out the freebie on a Google document and then I'll just transfer over to Canva to make sure it aligns visually with my brand and everything looks good. Now, number 4 is going back to content, but specifically sharing content through my own values, my own beliefs, and my own personality. This is super key, guys, because anybody can create content on social media. And the thing is, you can find so much content on Google. If you want to learn how to build confidence, you can type in Google how to build confidence as a 26-year-old girl, right? But the reason why people fall in love with individuals with personal brands on social media is because of their own story, their own experiences, their own beliefs, and their own values. And what this really does is creates touch points with you and your audience. So for an example, once again, if we're continuing the example of building confidence, let's say you really, really value and you really believe self-confidence and falling in love with yourself is the most important thing first before finding a relationship, right? Maybe, other people are talking about you need to have a support group and like a friend group, and you really need to talk to coaches and mentors, whatever that looks like. But maybe you really believe in you cannot be whole for somebody else without being whole for yourself first. So that's a belief that other people can connect with you on. Or maybe a personality trait that you have is every single week you go to the mall and you buy one thing that is going to make you more confident. Maybe it's a piece of jewelry, and maybe it's makeup, maybe it's shoes, a full outfit, whatever that is for you. Every single week you do that, or maybe every single month you do that, right? And you're going to start to get known for that thing because you're going to create content and share with your audience, hey, this is what I do to always feel good, to always look confident, to always be in my best version of myself, right? So when you're creating content, don't just create content that's informational, things that you can just find on Google. Create content that actually showcases you, your values, your beliefs, and your own personality. Now, number 5 is content again, because by now you guys know content is very, very important when it comes to building a personal brand. But number 5 is creating content that's aside from your niche topic. And this is basically creating content about your other likes and your other interests. Now, the reason why, once again, this is really important when it comes to building a personal brand is because anybody can go on social media and type in business coach, confidence coach, relationship coach, and 9 out of 10 times, all of those people are selling the exact same thing. Or maybe they're all selling supplements, or maybe they're all selling journals. Like, they're selling something that's really similar. But the reason why someone will choose to either follow you versus somebody else, or buy from you versus somebody else, is because of the connection points you're making with them outside of your niche topic in your business. So for an example, if you're really into religion and you post every single Sunday, you go to service, that's a connection and a touch point that other people who are really religious and also go to Sunday service are immediately going to be like, oh my gosh, like I love her because I do the exact same thing. Or even something as simple as maybe you absolutely love drinking like matcha, right? Or even if it is like pink lemonade, like the craziest things, people will look that you are doing it and they're gonna be like, oh, she does that, so I like her. And it's almost just as if like when we were kids, we were in the playground and you see some girl or a kid and you're like, oh my gosh, I love your shoes or I love your shirt, and all of a sudden you're best friends with them. This is why. It is because when you have a common interest with somebody else, it is much more likely they are going to be friends with you and they're going to connect with you. So same thing when it comes to creating content. Don't just niche yourself and put yourself in a box and only talk about your niche topic. Of course, you want to talk about that because that's going to help you build brand reputation and help you become known for that one thing. But I want to say throughout the week, maybe focus on 2 pieces of content throughout the week if you're posting every single day that solely focuses on things outside of your business and your topic. Now, last but certainly not least is what makes a personal brand actually profitable, makes you money, even builds you a business. And this is creating a product that you can monetize with your brand. Now, I am all about creating digital products because those are the simplest and the easiest way to do it, right? You can create a course, you can create an ebook, you can create a membership, you can create a masterclass, you can even do consulting, one-on-one coaching, group coaching, or you can do something different where you're providing a service, right? Maybe you are really into graphic design and you create different art pieces for people online, right? Or maybe this is something that you do offline. Maybe you built a really good community locally where of course you still have people that are following you from all across the world, but you have a local audience and a community where you can teach, and do yoga with them every single Saturday morning and charge, I don't know, like $25 per person. Whatever that is, there's so many different ways to monetize a personal brand. And I always say that's why it is so important to build a personal brand, because when you have an audience where people love you, it honestly does not matter what you create and what you sell. They're always going to buy because once again, they have connection and touch points with you. And in the really beginning, before I ever even got into, helping other people build a personal brand and monetize on social media, what I started off with was helping people goal set. And I remember I did like a mini course. It was like 5 modules, 5 videos. And that was the first thing that I sold on social media. So it doesn't have to be anything that's like huge, revolutionary. It's just based on what people are asking you for and what you see is demand in the marketplace, of course, after you're creating content. And once you have built, honestly, like the confidence and the courage to build a product and then of course start selling it to your audience on social media. And if you're a little lost and you're like, okay, I know these steps, I'm doing them, but I just need a little bit of support when it comes to what type of content to create, when it comes to creating a product that you can monetize and start making money from, click the link in my description and join the waitlist for Monetize Social membership. That is basically where I share my profitable brand formula and showing you exactly how to build a brand on social media that you can make money from every single day. Right now we are closed because we are revamping it, but depending on when you watch this video, either it's going to be opening soon or it's already going to be open. And if you really enjoy this video, don't forget to watch this one. This is a 3-month game plan on how to become a full-time business owner before the year ends. So I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in my next video. Until then, make sure that you stay unforgettable.